Bulldogs emerged as 2-point winners last Friday week. There's a little more at stake tonight though, the third qualifying final. And Likeville has the first hit up for the Dragons. Matthews back infield with an Asta, just 19 in his first finals campaign. The Dogs, here comes a try, is it? Reedon, I reckon he may have forced it. We'll go off to the video referee. But Reedon reckons he has scored.
It's a good little bust made by him, good backup. Amos Roberts has got him. Does he get it now? I think he's dropped it. I think he might have dropped this under the sticks. Referee Simpkins was right there, and he decided to go for the video referee, trying to force it with one hand. No, that's no try.
At the end, tremendous support play from Reedon. Here's the decision.
Well, I'll tell you what, the little ball boy was confident. He went out there in his little three-wheeler. 20 metres out, attacking the blind with Smith. Then an Asta. Props back off the left foot. The little high one over the top there from Trent Barrett on the way through. It's the last tackle now, and Barrett is penalised.
Wasn't on.
Barrett and an Asta head on.
Yeah, he did cop one too, Braithen Asta, because he checked himself. He was looking to pass the ball, then Trent Barrett came out over the top. There was a collision.
As we told you last week, he's only one try away from equalling Chris Anderson's club record of 19 tries in a season. That was back in 1983, so he could have the double this year, which would be quite a feather in the cap of Hazem El Masri. From 21 metres out and 10 metres in from the touchline, El Masri spot on with his first kick. The third preliminary final we will break with the Dogs in front by 2 points to nil. The stewards will want a vet's report, I think. It comes away for Barrett. Gets the pass for Roberts. Roberts alive for McGregor. Wonderful hands by the Dragons. And Cooper scores in the corner. That is beautiful. There was a touch football about it. 4-2 to St George Illawarra.
Yeah, that was a great set of six there by the Dragons. For mine, it coincided with the coming onto the field of Mark Riddell. He's actually got out of dummy half a couple of times, given them some options around that area. He's got a bit of speed. He takes the line on. And they looked a better side in the last 3 or 4 minutes with him on the field. And the experience there of Paul McGregor, as soon as he got the ball, he knew he was going nowhere. He looked around for some support. He found Barrett looping around. And a lovely try there to Matt Cooper.
Riddell, who's been injected into the action, immediately takes up the goal-kicking duties. The Dragons fans will raise the left arm with him.
He's a cult hero. His first year of first grade. 24 matches, the arm will come up now. It is tremendous theatre. A metre in from the sideline. Mark Riddell off the boot, looks great. Off the boot, it is perfect. Radar-like, laser-like kick from Mark Riddell. 6-2, the third qualifying final. Good run for 15 metres, 40 points to 6 if you've missed the earlier match. Roosters scored the first points, but from there it was a whitewash. Big run here, Riddell, and away goes Roberts, and it is good night. Dragons, they strike twice in the space of 2 minutes. Amos Roberts races away to score, and the Dragons, they're singing and dancing at 10 points to 2.
And the Dragons will play from in front tonight. Mark Riddell has had an immediate impact on the game. As Paul Vaughton pointed out, he's strong running out of dummy half. Here he clashes with a couple of Bulldogs players who pump down, and then the big legs keep pumping. Amos Roberts does beautifully well to back up in the middle of the field. Then it's a foot race, none better.
Go over, is what he mounts 2 or 3 times. Same routine every time. And then the arm goes up. About 7,000 or 8,000 arms go up with it, including those in the lounge room at home. So impressively since mid-season. Smith to the right with Sherwin. The kick to El Masri on the fly. I don't know whether he was onside, but he was at top speed. They will check it with a video referee. It's a set play from the Dogs.
Sherwin comes, frees it there. I think you can see that El Masri's back foot is closer to the line than anything Sherwin has to offer. And for that reason, using that 10-metre line as a guide, I don't believe they can take the try off El Masri.
When Sherwin's foot hits the ball, El Masri's foot is actually in the air.
And El Masri, it is a try, and he equals the club record of Chris Anderson, 19 tries in a season. This is finals football, this. Now Masri successful. Dogs and the Dragons. Dragons up by 4. Bulldogs are 40 metres away from the Dragons line. Sherwin, another probing run. And then Trindle with a kick over the top. The Dogs are back on song now. And Asta, the young prince, has scored for the Bulldogs. And just as the Dragons got the double strike, the Bulldogs, they're bitten back. 12-all, kick to come.
This play will go down the right-hand side of the field. I don't know where Braithen Astor is. He's way back over here on the left. Interchange of passing. Trindle finds himself in space. Gets into the clear one to beat chip kick. And Anasta, he just backs up in case, and a case is good enough. He's through there. The ball bounces for him. And a great try. Another one in the space of a couple of minutes. The Dragons did it. The Bulldogs have replied.
Some very poor defence down the left-hand side by the Dragons. They had the numbers there, and it was a very short line, only 5 or 6 metres to work in for the Bulldogs, but somehow they found a way through there. Tricky Trindle, lovely kick. He knew there was someone coming on the inside, and it was in Braithen Astor. He sniffed one out on Astor, and he salutes the big Bulldogs crowd down that end of the field.
Masri now kicking from adjacent to the uprights. As he closes in, he's got Anderson's try-scoring record. He closes in on Halligan's point-scoring record. Successful again. Peters, Barrett, little look to the right, then left with McGregor. McGregor gets into Blacklock, and Blacklock gets a 4-pointer. In fact, almost has gone over the dead ball line. They may just check this, they will, Fatty.
They will check this because Nathan Blacklock, as he was about to put the ball down, he slipped. His legs went out from under him. And I'm just wondering if his legs are over the dead ball line before he put the ball down. The touch judge said, mate, you better have a look at this, Paul, to the referee.
This would be absolutely tragic. Beautiful play there by the Dragons as Blacklock comes around, slips. No, he gets it down. He gets it down.
Sweet. There's the green light. The Dragons back in front.
Blacklock getting closer to 100 career tries. Mark Riddell got one from the sideline in the first half. And this is favoured side. A couple of metres in from touch and 20 metres out. Left arm is up. He's kicking towards the Dragon supporters. They will go up here. Look at this kick off the boot from Riddell. He could be a match winner here tonight. 51 gone. It's 18-14 to the Dragons. Tap. And with Feeney. He is 5 metres away. That ball is spat out of the arms of Jamie Feeney. This time they've got a stripping penalty. Masri from 19 metres out. He's been on target all night. And we have one heck of a game. 18-16 Dragons over the Bulldogs. Dummy half Riddell. Another one of those probing runs. He went through the turnstile of Stephen Price's arm. Last tackle, Barrett, 15 metres out, runs right to the line. Miraculous pass from Trent Barrett. That is a miraculous pass.
Ah, how good is that? One of the greatest passes you'll ever see from a super-duper player in Trent Barrett. The class shines out here. It's the last tackle. Barrett decides to run it. He knows he's got support. They drop off him. Look at that. It's a backhander. Out to Cooper. Barrett's arms goes up. Beautiful stuff by the Dragons.
I've said before, he's got the biggest hands in the world, this boy. Look at that right-handed flick over the top of 2 players. Cooper says, what about that? Right-handed flick through. He's a left-handed player. But gets the ball in the right hand, throws it past McGregor and Martini, and Cooper at the last moment sees it coming, leaps, picks it up, puts it down, and says, a great player has just given me a try in a semi-final.
Just on that shot, it even fooled McGregor because he thought he was going to get it.
Bartram takes the kick. The clock was stopped for much of his lining this one up.
And what a kick this is.
Bartram from wide out, across the face. The game is still very much alive with 13 remaining, 22-16.
Barrett's in just behind the play of the ball now, and so is Willie Peters. He'll have a shot.
It's Willie Peters, the left foot of little Willie Peters, back in first grade tonight. He has kicked a point that could get them through to week 2 of the finals. Only one first grade game in 10 weeks, and here is a vital point.
repossessioned himself beautifully. It looked like pretty poor play from the Dragons. They weren't working the ball very well at all, but they waited. Peters looked at the scoreboard, looked at the clock and said, now's the time. And the late replacement for the Dragons.
Hughes back in field with Britt. He's only 10 metres from the line. Lovely ball to Glenn Hughes, and Hughes stretches out. Well, it's not a double move, but his hand didn't hit the ground. He was suspended almost above the air. It was a frozen moment. It's 23 to 20. There's 7 remaining.
And big Darren Britt has put on a ball here for Hughes. Darren Britt saunters up to the line. Saunders as we freeze it there. He just drags in 1, 2, 3 players. This player doesn't come in on Hughes, who will come here, plant the ball down over the line as play continues. Beautiful short pass. Right foot step. He's down. Lunge. Have I got time, ref? Look, ref. On the line. Try.
Yeah, it took a long time to get there, but the St George Illawarra defence just did not read this from Britt. Fitzgerald just on the outside, left a little bit of a hole. Riles went in. Took him 1,000 hours to get there, but he got there eventually. Kick converted.
5 from 5 to Hazem El Masri. Glenn Hughes the try. 23 to 22. Last tackle. Do you want the draw? Do you want extra time? They're going to go for it. Sherwin doesn't get the kick in. 10 metres out. Gets it over the top. With it is Hughes. Now El Masri doesn't get a good bounce. The ball is there for the Dragons. That will be the ball game. Gazdia back with it, and away goes Gazdia. Ankle tap by Luke Patton. There was some cheering from the crowd that El Masri had been tackled without the ball.
What a finish. What a finish.
Time.
It's full time. The Dragons have won.
The Dragons live to week 2 of the finals, and the Roosters make their exit. A Willie Peters field goal is the difference here. What a win. Beaten by the Bulldogs last Friday week. They bounce back 8 days later on the Bulldogs' home ground, and for the second time this year, they will walk away from this ground a winner.